everyone, welcome to cropstop.com. In this episode, I want to share a technique with you that will give you a new way to use your Cuttlebug folder. This is the card that we're going to do. The background in this card was done with a Cuttlebug folder, and then I used a Cricut cartridge to come up with the dog. Let me show you how I did it. What I did was I took a piece of glossy paper, and I used glossy because the tape that I'm going to use, it was just nicer if I wanted to remove it. The tape I'm using, you're not going to believe it. It's an electrical tape. Used to be a long time ago, the only electrical tape you could get was black. Now they come out with all different colors. So today I'm going to use a brown, a yellow, and an orange. I've already started this so it wouldn't take so long to do it. You can put your tape on in any direction you choose. I chose on this particular one just to go horizontally. And you could, if you'd like, you could leave white spots in between. You could crisscross it. You could do all kinds of good stuff. And you're just going to rub it down on there. Now there's a couple things you could do here. I just fold over the edges because what I'm going to end up doing is cutting my card front down to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. So this one I'm just going to curl down. Alright, that'll work. Now our next step, and you tell it doesn't look anything like the original card. The next thing we're going to do is to get our Cuttlebug out in one of our folders. Let's do that. The folder I use today is one of the newer 5x7 mini checks. I store mine this way. I put a piece of cardstock in there and a little label on there and store them in a box. That way I can tell what they are, and it's really nice to be able to have them filed that way. So I'm simply going to take that. I'm going to take my piece of cardstock with the tape on it. And you can be real picky if you want. I'm not too picky about it. You're going to use your A plate and your B plate. You're going to put one B plate down and a B plate on top. That'll give you an even pressure, and just run it through. Now the trick about your Cuttlebug, you can run a lot of things through your Cuttlebug. As long as you can turn that crank, you're safe. But if you have to really push hard, don't do it, because you can break your Cuttlebug. Alright, let's take a look at what this looks like. I don't know if you can really see that on the video, but there's really some cool texture going on there. Our next step is going to be able to put some ink over the top. So let's go get the ink. Okay, now the ink that I'm going to use is StazOn Jet Black. The reason I chose this is because I have a slick surface, and StazOn ink is a solvent ink, and it'll go on a lot of different surfaces. Now I did re-ink this right before the video, so let's see how we do. You're just going to rub that right over. Yeah, that's going to be really nice. Let's see if we can get it on all the little edges here. I'm not too worried about the very edge because, like I said, I am going to trim this down a bit. The StazOn dries pretty quickly. So are you starting to see how that background on that card, how I got that? Okay. We're going to give that just a second to dry, and then I'm going to run it through the cutting machine there and cut down my size. But can you now see how I got that on the front of there? Now, would you have believed that if I told you to use electrical tape, your Cuttlebug, and some black ink? Well, let's put this card together. Alright, I've trimmed it down. I'm just going to use a basic little brown cardstock to make my card. And then I found some orange ribbon in the bin over there, so we're going to put that at the bottom. Now, I cheat with my ribbon a lot. I'm going to use my little glue glider here. Put a little bit of adhesive there. Here's my little cheater thing. I don't wrap my ribbon all the way around because I want to get a lot of ribbon, a lot of use out of my ribbon, and I want to go a long way. So I just tape the back like so. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put this on there. This adhesive is really a good adhesive. I'm really enjoying it. And I'll tell you, my grandkids love that little gun. I let them use that a lot. Alright, there's that part, and I'm just going to slide this piece up through there and tie myself a knot. There we go. And then we're just going to trim off the edges a little bit. So we are moving right along. Now, here's that little pup I was telling you about. The only thing I did was just add a little bit of chalk to his cheeks just for some dimension, and those googly eyes. I'm really into those googly eyes lately. I've been using them a lot. I did put some foam tape on the back, so let me just take that off of there. There are all kind of pop dots that you could use for that as well. I just happen to have this handy. And you tell I use a lot of it, because I don't like my images or my little embellishments to flop all over the page. We're just going to place him right about there. That's looking pretty good. Then I just took a black pen and I hand wrote Rough Day, and then I took a black ink pad and went around the edges. And again, I'm going to use my little glue guider here. There we go. And there's our card. Well, that's it for today at cropstop.com. We sure are happy that you stopped by, and I hope you'll join us again. Have a great day. Bye.